The daughter of one of those people who died after contracting the virus in a local long-term care facility is sharing her emotional journey with us tonight. News 8 Now's Tyler Jobe tells us the message she wants all of us to remember.
He would have outlived us all without this COVID. He's a stubborn man.
Chris Huff is still searching for answers.
All the photos of us grandkids, you know, these are the pictures he had in his room.
She wouldn't be afraid to tell you that her father, Ronald Vanderzee, was demanding.
It's get me this, do this, tell them this, call this, you know. That was my dad.
It's the same attitude he brought even after breaking his ankle in February.
He was sent to benedictine-manor for rehab. Unfortunately, he couldn't recover from the break, and we ended up keeping him there as a resident.
It was bad timing because a month later, the coronavirus outbreak became a pandemic.
They were just quarantined to their room and quarantined from the public and their families.
Little did Chris know this would mark the beginning of something she never thought coming.
And that's the most difficult thing. I haven't even seen my dad in 7 months in person, you know, and for this to happen, it's nothing I wish on anybody.
Chris will admit to you she brushed off COVID initially.
You don't deal with the virus the same before it hits your family.
But on September 23rd, Chris got the news.
My dad had tested positive.
Something she didn't think would ever become a reality.
But before that, you know, he was fine. Yes, he had health issues. He did have, you know, like his back condition. He has heart issues. He's got, you know, blood pressure, this or that, but that's not why he was there.
Her dad was feeling fatigued.
You know, I called him. He's like, I feel good. You know, I'm okay, and, you know, this and that.
But that didn't last for long.
I don't get it. You know, all signs showed he was going to pull through this, and then it just went to hell.
On September 28th, Ronald was transported to Mayo-Clinic-Health-System.
When they did the x-rays at emergency room, the x-rays were horrible, his lungs, so I don't know.
She could only talk with him through a computer screen.
He still could hear us. It's not, whether he could talk or not, he could still hear us kids. You know, we'd be, my brother and sister and I on Zoom with him, and he's just laying there, and we'd start arguing about kids stuff, you know, what siblings do, and all of a sudden my dad would yell, stop! So he was still my dad.
The next afternoon,
they called me, said he died at 1:07, and how sorry they were, and that's the staff. Hannah, Kim, and Cameron were the three that took care of him at Mayo, and I thank Hannah, Kim, and Cameron with all my heart, because they were the ones that made his passing for us as a family to go through. And I thank them. And I mean, that's just that staff, but I mean, I still thank everybody at Benedictine, even though I'm mad. It doesn't take away the good that's there.
Ronald passed from COVID-19 after complications with pneumonia.
If I can save one person, it's all that matters to me, you know?
She couldn't even hold his hand one more time.
The closure, I haven't seen him in 7 months. What closure do you get? You know, and by the time we found out that in the hospital, he wasn't speaking in the hospital, just yes or okay or stop, you know? There was no goodbye words, just from us to my dad, you know?
Now all she can do is to remind others to take this virus seriously.
I just need people to talk about it, and instead of arguing about it, let's get some answers on how we can come together and stop this and control it. You know, I don't know if you can even control it, but we certainly can take each measures, but it has to be your own personal measure.
It's only been 3 days since her dad's passing.
This is what I have left of my dad. So,
with only pictures in hand, wondering why she's grieving.
I don't know when I'll come to peace or any resolution to this virus at all. How do you? I don't know.
This is Tyler Jobe, News 8 Now.
It's never the same until it's hit your family.
On Alaska.
Ronald was a La-Crosse native. He graduated from Logan High School in 1959. He was 80 years old.